Well, here we are at Sardis. Now, Sardis was a city that was built hundreds of years before Christ. It was a city on top of that incredibly high cliff, the original one, and the inhabitants of Sardis would escape to the top of that cliff whenever they were under attack. It was a very easily defended position. And this is the church of St. John, dedicated to him at the base, built a couple of hundred years after Christ. And it's interesting that John's message to the church of Sardis kind of suggested sometimes we Christians erect barriers that prevent us discovering new truth. After all, remember in the medieval ages, it was the Christian church that said the world is flat. And scientists had to go and tell us, no, look, the world is round. And we shouldn't be erecting barriers to prevent the discovery of new truth, and we should be open, not like the church in Sardis. Then there was the Church of Philadelphia. We're looking here at Philadelphia. It's in modern Turkey, and this particular church has two massive pillars, just huge bricks, massive, rising up to the sky to remind them in Philadelphia that St. John wrote the book of Revelation, and one of those books was written to them particularly, and it said that you are the two pillars of God. Perhaps memories of the Old Testament temple, when God lived with his people in the Old Testament times, and he's still living with us today. But my favourite place of all, well, you travel around Turkey, you're going to be so looking forward to the hot springs of Pamukkale. It's just like Hanmer Springs in New Zealand. Beautiful place to go, a most popular place to get married, a place to celebrate and sit down, and it's just so wonderful. We arrived there in the magic of an evening. Just beautiful light and a beautiful time. These super piping hot springs were then piped to the city of Laodicea, the last church that John wrote about. Except by the time that the water travels to get to the city of Laodicea, over the 10 kilometres, it had become completely lukewarm. And the water at Laodicea was not so nice to bathe in, because it was neither hot, it was neither cold. In fact, the message of Jesus Christ to the church of Laodicea was, remember, you think you know everything. You think that wealth and knowledge is all yours. You think you understand the science of everything. But God said in the message to the last church at Laodicea, I created all. I'm still God. There's a universe. It's underneath me, and I'm the boss of all. And so the message to the church of Laodicea is really a message to a church in a last time, a time when humans are thinking that they have everything. Not just talking about monetary things, but they have the knowledge, they have the science, they have understanding. They think they know everything there is to know about the beginning and the end, and they even know what there isn't to know. There's my friend Darren Slade. Magnificent place to go to, the lands of the Middle East, and it'd be just wonderful if you could come there one day with us.